So let's explore the concept of agency while cooking. So I came across this concept of agency, which is basically the capacity for action and making decisions and accomplishing tasks. It turns out it happens within ourselves already, and then it goes to higher levels, the human, and then what we call hyperobjects. Which are levels of agency that as human beings we cannot understand. So, the agency that starts within ourselves is something that allows cells to seek nutrients, avoid threats, and accomplish tasks. That is at the individual level. It turns out, of course, we have millions of cells within our body, and then they accomplish tasks collectively. How do they do that? Well, they do this by communicating, and they have this communication network called the cognitive loop. That's what the term coined by Michael Levin in order to explain what cells go through in order to accomplish their tasks. And then they have this collective goal, which proves their collective intelligence, and through which they build, for example, our organisms and our entire body and our entire being. So this is where it becomes interesting from the point of view of our species, of us as individuals, because that's where we are. So let's say we have, as individuals, also our individual agency. We have, let me just this over that. We have our agency as individuals, and then this agency as individuals as well. The same, the capacity for action, for making decisions. It is what allows us to choose. What happens when we act as a species, as a collective? Well, we don't have the cognitive glue. We let's say we don't talk with cognitive glue. We actually talk with words. Then we apply language. We use language, and this is what where it becomes interesting, and why I'm interested in the concept of human agency, in multilingual human agency. I mean, I should talk about the multilingual aspect later, but it is interesting to see that in order to accomplish more complex tasks, we use language. We talk, we have a language, we use words, and that's how we use our coordinated agency. So coordinated agency, the way in which you and I can coordinate our actions, we can coordinate our decisions, and we can coordinate what we choose. So this is how it works, and it allows us to have bigger goals and create bigger things. And agency is something that goes beyond the human, which means it goes beyond what we can do. It goes beyond what we can understand sometimes. So this is where the concept of hyperobjects comes to fruition. So the concept of hyperobject can be something that has agency that we as humans cannot understand from our individual point of view. So let's say, for example, the internet, climate change, even evolution are some of the concepts that act as hyperobjects. So that is the let's say the three levels of agency in which we need to see and understand ourselves. So I excited recently, by the way, about this, about the different levels of agency. So starting from ourselves, and then from going upwards towards as individuals, and then to more complex hyperobjects. So it is important to have this in mind, because if technologies are really try just to film like this, if technology is really going to continue with the breakthroughs that we see every single day, then we need to rethink intelligence. We need to rethink agency mostly, and this means rethinking what we do it and how we do it and how we relate to these concepts. It is very important because, well, we talk also about artificial agency, which is a type of agency that will create all the hyper objects, and then we won't understand anything anymore. So it's going to be we're about to enter a very weird phase of humanity, but I think that starting by the concept of agency, by understanding that it is something that starts within ourselves and that goes higher, and that we are just in the middle of things, is something that can help us to navigate what is coming in the near future. And I will be exploring the concept of the linguistic agency and then the multilingual agency later. But I think it was very important to just to state this. I will be writing about this in my newsletter. I mean, I'm writing this. I suppose it should be out in 2 days, hopefully before. But let's see. Stay tuned, and I will inform you about this. I will try to talk more about the works of Michael Levin and other specialists that treat these topics, because I think it is important to have an intersection with these kind of topics. So, yes, stay tuned, and see you soon. Bye.